Okay, it says it's live. Let me check. I just have to. I literally go to my website. Their website. I go to the
YouTube.
the channel to check and see if anything's happening. Is anybody there? Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm hitting refresh and oh, here it is. It's just appeared. 10
is it
watching?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I was in a minute ago when I was broadcast. That was a new thing or something I've never experienced. It's like, what is this? Okay. Here we go. Here, let me just get to where I'm trying to go. Hold on one second. I just want to make sure. I'm going to pull the chat up. If anybody's here, hi chat. I can't see you yet. Okay. You channel. Guys, from the broadcast I just did, it said I made 25 cents. A whole 25 cents. Okay, I think we're doing it. Okay. Yeah. This is working. I just want to make sure the chat comes up. I see everybody. Hi, guys. What's up, y'all? We did it. With the collective effort. We did it, all right? All right, guys. So I will let a few people filter in, and I will kind of update everybody on the story. I know I haven't been on this channel in a while, so nobody really knows to come here. Hi, everybody. So we have a treat today. Let me introduce, who's the sexy guy? That sexy guy's name is Draconis, and she's wonderful. Let me, so guys, I'm gonna, and you know what? I didn't even have to have help from roommate. My boomer ass, along with Julian says, figured it out. Oh, hey, I'm streaming. I mean, nobody can see you. Somebody's only got a towel on right now. Anyway, things you needed to know. Okay, guys. You know who I am, probably. If you don't, hi, I'm Joy. And, okay, so, y'all. I'll wait for a few people to filter in, but I'll kind of go over the story as people are filtering in. So, I'd like you guys to put a 1 in the chat if you know about the BetterHelp situation. If you've been following the BetterHelp story, put a 1 in the chat. Cam W, I think I'm crushing hard. I'm crushing hard on Draconis, too. She's gorgeous. Put a 1 in the chat, y'all. Okay. There's no ones.
There's no ones.
Oh, there they are. I was going to say, my audience is, you guys are caught blocking me. Okay. Okay, so let me fill everybody in for the people who are still filtering in, because I know there's still going to be some stragglers come along. So BetterHelp is an app for mental health. It's kind of dumb, and we don't like it for many reasons. Go check out my videos. That's all I'm going to say. It's too much to explain. But we found some reviews on BetterHelp that looked really fake. In fact, I think, was it Andy that found them, Draconis?
Yeah, so okay. Andy Worski was doing a live stream last week, maybe. And he was basically just looking through all of the reviews and the video reviews and basically just taking the piss out of them. And one that caught his eye was, oh, I see roommate. Hi, roommate.
Roommate, I saw you.
Okay, one that caught his eye was Rob, aka Julian. And we were kind of laughing about it because his review starts off with, Julian says, and we kind of thought he just fucked his script up and that he wasn't supposed to say that. And after that live stream, I was really intrigued to try and find out if it was actually like a paid actor, because the review seemed kind of fake. So that's how we got to this point. I did some digging that night, autistically, for 6 hours maybe on the website. Yeah, I just totally spurred out looking through like all the marketing websites obsessively. I got to the second to last page and his face pops up and I was like, I've got you. I found you, Julian.
I got you.
Yeah, so I quickly just put a video together, his original like BetterHelp review alongside the other work he'd done, and tweeted that out, and it got picked up by PewDiePie and the whole thing blew up.
Thank you, because that would have taken me 20 minutes of ramble. I appreciate it, girl. So that is exactly what happened. So y'all know I've been following the story, and Draconis has been a really loyal, awesome supporter, and we've talked in comments and on Younow a little bit. And so she sent it to me, and I was just like, oh my God, you found him. You fucking found him. So we were on it, and I was like, let's do an interview together. And she's like, okay. So we messaged him, we set it up, and then we both were both messaging going, I feel really bad. He seems really nice.
Yeah, I felt really guilty. Like, I put my video up, and it was all funny, like, yeah, making fun of the Julian Says thing, and PewDiePie making fun of your creepy smile at the end. Like, it was all a big joke, but when he contacted me, I was like, oh no, this is actually a person with a life and a career and like a family. And I was like, oh, I'm such a horrible person. Why have I done this? And then I was scared because I was like, oh no, he's gonna, like, him and BetterHelp are gonna sue me. I should just delete my video and, like, you know, just. But he was really nice. Like, he was really friendly. He's like, yeah, I just wanted to talk and, like, explain my side of things. So that's kind of why we have him on, so we can ask him questions about, like, how he ended up doing that interview in the first place.
Exactly. So yeah, so then we talked, we set it up, and yeah, we were both like feeling really bad, and I did a couple videos, and so I want you guys to understand, like, here's kind of, this is what happened to him, and y'all know kind of like how things happen with me. I put myself on YouTube, did a couple videos not thinking about it, and just everything blew up and I didn't know what to do. You know, but in his case, it's like, he got, so we'll explain this. Well, I don't know if you said this, but we found him on Fiverr. So, well, I'm sorry, you did. I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
so,
I'll share his link right now in the chat. Like,
yes.
If you guys want to hire him for anything, it's the least we could do after, like.
Yes. Yes, I'm going to hire him for an intro.
I can't link it in the chat, by the way, Joy. It just removed it, so you'll have to do it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Hold on. That'll be another 20 minutes, so I'll take care of that in a second. We'll get there. We'll get there. So yes, so Dractona's found him on Fiverr, and he is, and Rob, and by the way, his name is Rob. So Rob, welcome, and we're happy to have you.
No, thank you for having me.
So so I know you, so basically you're like just a paid actor and spokesperson on Fiverr, right? That's what you do.
Absolutely. That is my whole involvement in all of this. Yeah, just a poorly paid actor. Really.
So, okay, take us through, or, you know, fuck it. I'm going to kind of ask you questions, but like I said, this is really laid back. You can explain it however the fuck you want. But so take us through, like, what happened? Because I know there's a lot of people who think that BetterHelp specifically paid you, or that it was somebody else. I know we talked about it, but, and I know you want to be respectful of people's privacy, which we're totally down with on this channel. But if you can, take us through exactly, like, what the hell happened? Like, that got you to this point. What did you do wrong, Rob? What did you
do? so yeah, I guess we can go back to the very beginning. So before we start, like, it definitely said in the script to say Julian Says. I want to make that very clear. I did not mess up the script whatsoever. No, I take full ownership of my scripts. I know them well. I didn't fuck it up at all. So for those of you who don't really know how Fiverr works, you know, if you want any particular service, you reach out to someone who's selling said service. So one of the gigs I have on there, they're called gigs, is to be a company spokesperson. To be honest with you, it started out just to be a face to companies trying to spread a message. So, you know, if you had a website and you were selling, I don't know, phones, I'll say, I'm the owner of this phone website, buy my phones, kind of thing. Don't worry, I've done some really weird videos on there as well. We can talk about those later, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, but anyway, but yeah, so going back, you get a message, you get a script, you do it, you send it off to them, and then you get a review. So I think that was about 30 days ago. I probably did that job, maybe about a month ago, maybe. And then it was literally the other night, my partner's brother texted to say, "Oh, Rob, you're on this PewDiePie video."
Oh my God, you found out through friends.
Yeah, I was just. But the worst thing about it all was, I guess, is I don't even know who this PewDiePie guy is. So I'm like, okay, that's
Where
cool.
have you been?
I know. I had to Google him. I was like, PewDiePie, who's this? Oh, he earns a lot of money on YouTube. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, so we're like, okay, watch the video, and we're thinking, oh crap, this guy's got a lot of subscribers, a lot of views to this video. He has a lot of traction. This could go crazy. And I panicked. I just absolutely, honestly went so anxious, just panicked, thinking, oh my God, like, you know, don't get me wrong, like, I don't mind people seeing my face, but for the right reasons. And this is quite a negative thing.
How did you feel about the way like PewDiePie was like making fun of you, like, zooming in on your smile?
the thing that's hurt the most is the creepy smile at the end. The creepy smile at the end.
I think he made it even longer than it was to make it like extra creepy.
He sure did, yeah. I think
just sat there.
Massively. Yeah, like I say, it's exaggerated it. It's really kind of made it seem it is quite a creepy smile, isn't it, really? But yeah, to be honest, I've still not, like, I've had to stop myself from looking at all the little videos, looking at the comments, just because I'll get sucked into this whirlwind and, you know, whirlpool of hate, I guess. And
then, that's smart.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, like, I was tempted. I thought, no, do you know what? It's just not worth it. And then, yeah, I came across Dractonus's video, and I was like, okay, this is focused at me. Like, I'm really worried now, because before there was that element of, yeah, they've seen my face, but they don't know me. They don't know where I've come from. It's just my face. So it's like, okay, well, now it's public. I need to probably try and reach out.
Yeah, I just want to say sorry for destroying your career. Like, it was never my intention to, like, I realized I doxed you in a sense by finding your Fiverr profile. I didn't really dox you because, you know, you're a public salesperson, but I did find your profile. And my intention in doing that was never to, like, focus it on you. It was to prove that, hey, look, we had an inkling that maybe BetterHelp were using, like, paid reviews. And I just so happened to coincidentally find this guy on Fiverr who is the exact same guy in the video. I even chose a video with you in the same place, with the same wall and the same background, just in case anyone tried to say, oh, it's not the same guy. So it was just really to prove that BetterHelp were being disingenuous.
Oh, massively. And honestly, don't, like we said before, don't worry about the video at all. You know, if anything, I think you did me a favor, because you did kind of shine some light on the fact that, yes, he is an actor, so I don't work for BetterHelp or have, you know, associations with BetterHelp sort of in the hierarchy. So that did me a massive favor. But it also gave me a really good platform for me to reach out and contact you. And don't get me wrong, like, I didn't just contact you. I did contact PewDiePie himself, but obviously didn't hear anything back. And some of the other kind of names who were
I'm really surprised
in the
he
mix.
didn't, like, get in touch with you, because he could have done a video with you, and I think that would have got a lot of views after the first
he's missed out. He's missed out big time. Now you guys have got it. You know what I mean? So
we'll take the exclusive. Yeah, and Rob, you probably know this now, but PewDiePie is literally he's the #1 YouTuber on the planet. Like,
he has a good reputation
so
for hiring people on Fiverr as well. Like, it's not the first time he's done it.
Oh, yeah, he's gotten in trouble
really well for him. So.
He has gotten in trouble for doing that. I don't know if you've seen it, Rob, but there's a guy on there that, like, he'll pose as Jesus and say anything, and, like, PewDiePie.
Jesus, yes.
Yeah, so, and PewDiePie paid him to say stuff about, like, Nazis and stuff, and got in a lot of trouble. And it was supposed to be a joke, but, you know, like, our parents' generation, old media doesn't always understand our joking humor and concepts. But yeah, so the important thing, yeah, me and Dractonus were just sitting there feeling really bad. But the big thing I wanted to do was I wanted to point out, because I felt like you were going to get, I think this is kind of where Dractonus was coming from too. Somebody was going to find you one way or another, you know, and it's like, it's better now that you're put in this situation, if you have a place to kind of be able to say exactly what happened, because and I don't know if you've seen my videos, Rob, I do a fuck ton of videos. I wouldn't expect you to. I don't even watch my videos. Like, I've done a lot of videos on BetterHelp, and, you know, the situation is that all these YouTubers, without even knowing really what it was, were promoting it to their audience, and there's all this shady stuff going on. And so I've been a little bit hard on the YouTubers, because I've been like, you know, you guys have to do your due diligence before you take something on like this, because you have an audience and you have to protect them and take care of them. In your case, you're an actor, you're a spokesperson, you're a marketing person. You don't have an audience. You just get paid for a gig. And so I really wanted people to kind of understand the differentiation of, like, don't give you shit because, like, you are just getting paid to read a script. That is complete opposite of being a YouTuber and building an audience and gaining people's trust and having them do things on your recommendations. So
yeah, and a lot of those YouTubers were personally advocating for BetterHelp and saying they'd used it and it cured their depression magically, and it was so great. You weren't really doing any of that. And the thing that really confused me about the testimony that you did is, this is where it's weird, okay? Because you said that you sent us a review, didn't you? That the customer had left you after you shot. And from that review, it was sort of like hinted that that was the customer that sent you that. They'd had a good experience with BetterHelp, but they were too shy to do their own video testimony, so they hired you to do it.
Correct. Yes.
But the review says Julian says, so that implies that the customer is called Julian. But you said that the person that left you the review is not called Julian. Ergo, the person that paid you for the job is not Julian, so they're not the customer.
Absolutely, yeah. So whoever
we can draw our
hired me,
conclusion from that.
Yeah, whoever hired me, their username wasn't Julian. It didn't have any, you know, Jules 123 or anything like that. I had no indication it's Julian whatsoever. But on the flip side of that, also there is no indication that it, you know, their username. Let me put it this way: the username wasn't BetterHelp. You know, that's what I'm trying to say as well. So whoever this person is, like, you know, it could be anyone. Whether BetterHelp applied them down the line, I don't know. You know,
the red flag for me was, you know, I hired him because I was too shy to leave my own video review. Okay, so you had such great service with this website that instead of just leaving like a written review like a normal person, you decided to go on like a marketing website and pay a guy to leave a video review for you with a script. Like, I love a lot of things. I love a lot of companies, but I've never had like such great service that I felt inclined to purchase like an actor to like talk about it for me. That's so strange.
Well, that's what I was thinking. It doesn't make sense. And then also the timing, Rob. You said this was done. The order was filled like about a month ago.
I think, yeah, about 30 days roughly, give or take.
So my thing is, and Jack, I don't know what you think, but I'm wondering because like, so last year, Rob, they did a lot of big ramp up around World Mental Health Day, and I think that's just part of the marketing ploy. And we think that's what they were trying to do this year because it's like if you go on the website, and who knows how many of them are real, but aren't there like thousands? There's at least hundreds of reviews that at least you can access. A lot of them seem like they're copy and pasted. It's kind of the exact same things, but it's I'm just curious the timing of why somebody would have hired you. Because I think like basically our suspicion is that, you know, BetterHelp probably had people who went just looking for anybody that would give some type of review just to kind of, I guess, beef up their website or whatever. I don't know. That it's so weird. It's so like, and I don't know if you've seen him, Rob, or if you saw Andy Worski's video, like the whole video. And there are other reviews where it's just like, you can tell people are like just reading from a script. It just looks so fake. It looks like really fake.
I went deep. I went through your reviews, Rob, to try and find if BetterHelp had left you a review. I mean, I went deep. Yeah, I was. And the reason I said I could have gone after any of those video reviews, there were some genuine ones in there, I think, but I do think most were fake. And I said the reason I went after you is because of the whole Julian Says thing. It was an easy target. You were very identifiable, and yours was more like professional than the others. They were like, you know, on a mobile phone, like at work, like very fake.
Yeah. I mean, but then again, one thing that's disappointing is it's perhaps not the best video I've ever done. You know, you can see my eyes scanning the words. You know, it doesn't give a good advert for my skills. Normally, I'm focused. I'm in the zone. I was having a down day that day.
Oh,
you know,
that's even worse.
Like this is a chance for you to branch off. Like I think what a lot of people do is when they come to a place like this in their lives, they can double down and they can try and resist it, or you can just go with it. You can embrace the whole Julian meme. Like I noticed you suggested setting up Julian Says earlier on the Andy Worski stream, and I was going to ask if you have, because someone has registered juliansays.com.
No. Unbelievable.
Someone has registered it.
Me out of money for that.
Today, no, but they haven't registered juliansays.co.uk.
I'm on it.
So
I'm on it. No one else watching this, please. Juliansays.com.
Someone actually took your idea. I thought it was you. Someone just registered it today.
Unbelievable. But I'm available for Julian Says, you know, speak outs, birthdays, Christmases, bar mitzvahs, anything you need. Julian Says, happy birthday.
So for the people that weren't watching Andy's stream earlier, like, do you want to tell them what your idea was?
Yeah, so obviously, I mean, I'll be honest here, the videos I do on Fiverr are not obviously the main stream of income. If anything, they're a bit of fun and just a bit of extra spending money, really. I think I'm going to naturally get a downturn in business from those because now I'm known as the BetterHelp guy and the Julian Says guy. Like, no one's going to want to hire me unless it's for like a joke. So no, thanks for that joke, honestly. No, so why don't we put a spin on it? Juliansays.co.uk. I can be there, available to hire. You tell me what you want to say, and then it'll be whatever message you want me to portray. So you want to ask your crush out. It says, Julian says you should go on a date with Tony or whatever.
I love it. You could have T-shirts, like Julian says T-shirts. You could have merch.
You know what? We need to end this call pretty soon so I can get on this before anyone else steals it. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if you saw, Joy, but Andy actually got him to do like a promo for one of his YouTube channels.
Oh, fuck Andy. That's what I was going to do. We were talking about it. Like,
you can do it as well. Like, the more work for him, the better.
Oh, yeah. I know. No,
I'm homeless now.
You're going to have... And I told Rob, I was like, Rob, okay, like, you're going to have to... I need you to do something in, like, the best Midwestern accent you can. I'm going to need... and the worse, the better. It doesn't matter.
And a cowboy hat.
Please, Rob, please. You have to do it. You have to do it. And we'll put it as, like, fuck it. We'll put it as the trailer on my channel. We'll have it as a constant advertisement.
Yeah, I noticed we can pay, like, extra to get you to wear, like, a suit and, like, different outfits.
Oh, that's right. There's
different places you can stand in.
Yes, different backgrounds. It's all there. All the optional packages are there.
Yeah.
But you did say that although you don't fully research all the companies that approach you, like I noticed in the chat, a lot of people are asking who hired you. Rob isn't going to disclose the name of the customer because obviously that's like private information.
Right.
But he doesn't know if it's BetterHelp. He didn't say BetterHelp or anything like that, so we don't really know.
Yeah. So I guess like for me, just to answer that really is so I can sort of put a line in the sand and say whoever did hire me, their username wasn't Julian or anything like that, and it wasn't anything to do with BetterHelp. Never once did they introduce themselves as BetterHelp or as anyone really. Their profile, when I've kind of researched their profile since it's all come out, says they're based in Albania. It says they're located in Albania. Once again, whether that's true or not, that's out for debate, but that's what it is, you know.
Where is Albania?
It's in Europe somewhere, right?
Eastern Europe, right?
I think so, yeah.
It's like someone left me a comment. They said, so they got a guy from Albania to pay a guy from Britain to leave a review for a company in America.
Yeah.
And when you put it like that, it sounds so fucking sketchy.
It does.
Like, it sounds dodgy as fuck.
It does. It does. And I wanted to ask you too, Rob, and you don't have to say anything if you don't want to, but like I know like Fiverr's kind of like your fun side money and your side gig, but in your real life do you want to talk about what you do at all? Or you don't have to, it's up to you.
Yeah, massively. So I own a sales and marketing firm in England, in a lovely place called Leicester. So we do anything from sales training, sales contracts, anything sales we do really. I've also written 2 books, which are on Amazon, which is pretty cool, all to do with sales and marketing and stuff. So that was one of the things I was kind of worried about with these videos, because they are a bit of fun really. The last thing I want for kind of my professional reputation is someone to see, you know, this video coming out and kind of, you know, tarnishing, I guess, who I am really. So far it's not, so we'll see. I mean, I'll be honest, I've done worse videos on Fiverr that could really ruin me. So.
No, I get it.
Don't advertise that. Like,
yeah, don't say anything, Rob. Start privating things, delete them.
Well, no, you said you did though, didn't you? You said when it first came out, like you panicked and you tried to like change your profile name and your picture and like go like into hiding basically.
Oh, massively. I contacted Fiverr to try and change my username, change my profile picture. I even took off, they're called spokesperson videos, so the spokesperson options on Fiverr, just like I say, to try and go a bit incognito. But I think now sort of that raw emotions died off. I'm trying to not necessarily embrace, it's not the right word. Now I feel I've got my side of the story across. I feel like I don't have to hide, if that makes sense. Because I can kind of stop all the rumors, you know.
You separate yourself from like BetterHelp as a company.
Massively, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that a lot of people who don't know this line of work, they might not, I think it's kind of confusing for people. They might not understand. It's not like you're an employee of like BetterHelp. You are you are an independent contractor. Somebody just reached out and said, hey, we want to hire you to be an actor for a second. And especially Fiverr. Fiverr is still kind of a newish thing, so not everybody fully understands what it is or what you do. But yeah, and I know people had said stuff like, well, you should have researched the company. It's different because this is what you are literally paid just to say what companies want you to say. Your goal, you're not trying to necessarily get an influence over people. You are just doing as they ask you to do. So I just see it as very different. And on top of that, like I was looking, you have like 350 reviews. Like, holy shit, how much work have you done on there? Like when I saw that number, I was like, there's no way you could research all these places. There's no way.
Yeah.
No, and that's it, you know, and I do have to kind of agree in the fact that, yeah, perhaps I probably should have put some due diligence in the people I represent and the people I work for. However, you know, for one, who am I to kind of comment as to whether a business is good or bad? Every business you research is going to have good reviews, good experiences, bad experiences. And to be honest with you, the majority of the work I normally get are sort of startup businesses, small enterprises, medium-sized businesses. Most of the time, you'll never hear from ever again. This is perhaps like the biggest
jobs.
Business. Yeah, massively. So yeah, to take the time to research them all, I have
to say, like, I understand why you don't look into them all. Like, it would have taken you a long time to go through the website and find all that. And you wouldn't have realized anything wrong, just like a lot of YouTubers didn't, just like a lot of people that use didn't, because, I mean, most people don't dig into the TOS and the terms and conditions of websites. We all just click accept. Like, very few people look that deeply into it. So I think the argument for me is, even if you had looked into this company, I don't think you would have found anything particularly bad. You would have thought, oh, right, okay, it's a website that offers online therapy for people, because on their main page, that's what they say. They compare themselves with real-world therapy. It's only when you look deep into the TOS that I think they've now changed it, that they say that it's not like a replacement, that they can't guarantee the license, degrees, qualifications of any of their therapists, and that it's actually your responsibility as like depressed, anxious, suicidal person to like hire a PI to like look into the counselor before you speak to them, which is just crazy. But yeah. I kind of respect you, because you said you do have some lines that you draw with the work that you do. And when I was trying to find you, I went through quite a lot of people on that website. There was a girl that was advertising like everything. She was advertising fertility pills aimed at couples that had been trying to have like children for a long time and struggling, hadn't been able to get pregnant, and like saying how she'd had children with them and her and a partner had been trying for years and like acting all happy about it. And that is like really preying on like vulnerable women that can't have children. Like, that to me, if I was in that line of work, that would be something that I wouldn't be willing to like shelve. Like, I just would not do that.
Massively. And yeah, you know, I have turned down work and sort of, you know, cancelled orders with things that I don't agree with, or things that I don't think are right. And things that I don't agree with will be for myself if I get seen to represent that company, or if I feel that what they're doing is kind of preying on a certain, I don't know what the word is, like a minority or someone who may perhaps be vulnerable for whatever reason. You know, I have turned down work for that, you know, if I don't feel that it's right, you know.
Have you ever had like been approached by, you know, like the penis enlargement companies? Like, you said you've done like weird stuff. Have you ever done any of those?
I guarantee.
I mean, you
honestly,
know, I mean, they've sent me the pills. They do work. No, I'm joking. So I think I'll be honest. I did one male enlargement.
Oh my God, you have?
I have. And then, do you know what? It was like, I think I sent it off, and I felt really uncomfortable. I felt really silly. And I was just like, oh, do you know what? Never again. Because once again, if that gets like, what if my mum watches it? You know, like that's mental. That's not good at all, is it?
Rob, okay. And what we're gonna do together, I'm hiring you to talk about products for yeast infections. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh my God! We're gonna have so much fun. I'm gonna ruin your life, Rob, and hopefully make you money. I hope. So, okay, so I'm just imagining. So, you know, you have your own sales company, you do well, and Fiverr probably, I call it bullshit money, right? It's just play money. It's just something for fun. You get paid, what, 10, 20, 30, $50 maybe sometimes, just to, you know, do little fun things. And it's something to build and put on the resume. And then this whole thing blows up and you're just trying to figure it out. But here's the cool thing. Like, you have been, like, this is actually a selling point for your website. You are featured on the biggest YouTube channel on the planet with millions of views, millions. Like that in itself,
Absolutely.
I think could you know, kind of in some weird way give you some clout, because this could maybe help branch your business out into maybe the YouTube world or like the viral marketing world.
It's not just
thought.
this either. Like, I could give you a list of some of the biggest YouTubers that I watch that, thanks to you as well, my video has been on their platforms because of you.
Right.
So, like, it's more than just PewDiePie. Like, a lot of people have been playing your clip.
Rob, you changed lives, Rob, with what you did.
No, BetterHelp change lives.
I was going to say, this is, yeah, no, it's good. And like I say, it's the positives that are in the situation, right? And that's the good thing. That's what's good that's coming out of it.
And the other cool thing, Rob, is that like, this is typically how the internet works. Typically, like, this will die down. That's the other thing. Like, give it two weeks to a month, it will die down. At the very end, you're going to have this real, hopefully you'll have more orders coming in. You'll have more money coming in. This will give you even some more clout with what you've already been doing, and you'll have a really fun like bar story forever. Every time you go to the pub and drink, you have a forever awesome story of like, I was in a PewDiePie video, he called me creepy.
I definitely think there's some scope for some sort of, you know, creepy smile Julian says, you know, t-shirts, isn't there? There's definitely a market for them.
You're gonna have to, and I will hawk it for you. I don't even want you profit. I want you to get some money in your pocket from this. This whole thing, it's just the silliest shit in the world. Jack Tonish, you made me so happy finding him. And then I realized how nice you are, and it was just like, oh God, how do we help him? What do we do?
I said I'm just like glad that like he has like a good sense of humor. Like a lot of British people, we do have like really good sense of humors, and we just kind of take this thing in our stride. Like he didn't get really angry about it and like threaten people. And I think if you had reacted like that, it would have been worse. But the fact that you have just kind of went along with it and just taken things as they came, like people saw that you were a nice guy and like they appreciate that.
No,
unlike
massively.
certain YouTubers that have tried to defend themselves and put the blame on other people.
Yeah, and I've got to say, like, I massively appreciate, you know, both yourselves and all the other YouTubers, and even like I'm trying to keep my eye on the comments and the people, you know, kind of, I guess, give me some support. So honestly, thank you so much for allowing me to kind of have my say and put my personality across and my side of the story across. You know, that's it's made everything a lot better, I think, for both me and the whole situation, really. So thank you.
No worries. And here's the thing. I'm sorry. I just realized I haven't peed since I woke up. I have to do a really quick pee, and I pee like a man. I need to do an advertisement for this. Rob, we'll get with this. We'll get some type of pissing supplement. But hey, Dractonus, do you guys mind taking over for just a second? Give me literally a minute and a half.
Make sure you take a bit longer because people will accuse you of not washing your hands.
Girl, they accuse me of everything anyway. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as I don't get pee on anything else. Anyway, do y'all mind taking over for a second? I'm gonna mute my mic.
Fine,
okay.
That's cool.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Be right back.
Yeah. So there's actually a couple of comments
like
in
I said
the chat.
before, I am trying on the comments. So if you've got any questions, please do. I'm trying my best to flip
Speedy
through.
Bird said to you, so you know how we mentioned you could take advantage of this with like your marketing on Fiverr, and we talked about earlier when we went on the call, we talked about PewDiePie hired someone on Fiverr like last year. And it was those Indian guys that hold up that sign with a message. Well, there was like a lot of commotion about that. They became viral. And Speedy Bird said the Indian Fiverr guys did much better after their dealings with PewDiePie. They got loads more work through Fiverr. So there is the potential that this could actually get you more work rather than like being a negative thing.
Oh, massively. And it's one of those, like say, sort of, how do I word this? That'd be amazing, positive if I do. However, it's not sort of my be all and end all, if that makes sense. You know, don't get me wrong. If more people want to work with me, then work with me. That's cool. You know, I'll do much better than that BetterHelp testimonial. You know, I'll do my very best. But if it dies down, then it dies down. You know.
So did you say that Fiverr was sort of like, you said it was some videos that you did in your spare time, it's not your main source of income, or?
No, exactly. So because with my own business as a sales and marketing coach and consultant, I'm really busy with that during the day. And on Fiverr, I also do writing jobs. So I write articles, blog posts, I write sales emails and other kind of things on there. And then it was just one of those things where I'd seen other people doing these videos. I thought, well, if they can do it, then why can't I? And I think I'm just a stereotypical British entrepreneur, and just thought, well, I'll give it a go, and see what happens. Didn't really, it just started off. Honestly, it just started off with my mobile phone, and then the orders started to come through. Bought a microphone for it, bought a ring light. It took off really well, to be fair.
I think a lot of companies like to hire like British people because a lot of our regional dialects, they seem like really down to earth and genuine. I think people associate them as being more trusting than some maybe like the American accents, where it seems very like artificial. Because I've noticed that with a lot of American companies, they do tend to have reviews from English speakers, like British like natives. Do you ever get like Joy mentioned like the Western accent? Do you ever get people that ask you to put on like an American accent?
No, never. And thank God, honestly, because I can't do any accent whatsoever. So
would you like to try, or is that putting you on the spot?
I came back at the perfect time. Rob, I'm going to put the pressure on you right now.
I'm not doing an accent right now. I'm not. Let me practice. I'll buy a hat, and we'll plan out a good video. Give me time.
Rob, you send me your PayPal link. I'm going to send you the British pounds to buy that hat. And you do whatever you want. Look up Midwestern slang. And I wanted to say this because being British, y'all might not realize this. I think for like American culture, I think for American culture, it's more like we look at your accent like you two could say anything and you're going to sound 10 more times intelligent than we do. Like that's a lot. I'm not even kidding. It's like, I think there's a level of people like they assume a sophistication when it comes to people in the UK. So I think that's part of it. Cause like, I mean, if you listen to the difference between you guys talk and me talk, I sound like I'm shouting and I've got beer stuck on my vocal cords half the time. Do you see what I'm saying?
You are very loud.
Yeah, I thought you were shouting, to be honest.
I get told I'm too quiet. I get told I'm doing like ASMR. It's like, no, I'm just talking.
ASMR. And the thing is too, like, because I was married to somebody from France for a while, and he would say the same thing. He was like, you always know when the Americans are someplace because they're so fucking loud. And it's like everybody is very loud and very animated here. It's just like we're toddlers that just figured out how to string sentences together. I think that's kind of like part of what it is. But yeah, you guys you can say whatever you want. It's going to sound intelligent. Like there's going to be a level of you could be James Bond with the shit you're doing because you sound British. It's just what it is.
I've done like transcription work, and like sometimes I have to transcribe like American adverts, and like the sheer difference between your advertisements and ours, like your advertisements are so hilarious, like your commercials, like they're so over the top.
Yeah.
Like the people in them.
Yeah.
Well, I was saying I can see how even an American company might want to hire someone like Rob just to tone it down a bit. Make it seem
it gives it more validity.
Like
it gives it more validity and holds more weight. It's like, oh, this guy probably is a professor. Like that's how we think.
They fuck it up by putting Julian says in the script and like ruin it all, but yeah.
And that would be America too. Absolutely. All of it. Okay. So Rob, this is a personal favor for me. Okay. So, cause I've been learning about this. Now y'all have white trash over there, right? Cause we have white trash cultures here and y'all have that over there, right?
Yeah. I think they're known as chavs over here. Perhaps.
Chavs? Or
yeah. Chavs are like sort of like the folks that go around with like caps on and drink alcohol in the streets and the tracksuits and like.
Are they bros? Is it our bros?
Perhaps,
they're just like really
maybe.
like lowly educated like scum that like attack people on the streets and cause trouble.
Attack people in the street.
Well, like you'd be walking to like example, like I would be walking to the shop and there would be a group of chavs, like maybe 6 lads and a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, like the token like dog on a lead to make them look hard, which means like they're tough. I just want to go in the shop, and then they'd either like make a crude comment about like wanting to sleep with me, or they'd ask me what the fuck I was looking at, and you're like, that's like what a chav is. They're just like really rude, like young lads typically that hang around in gangs.
Okay, because like I've talked about like growing up around white trash and like our different types of white trash, but I'm always curious about like what white trash is like other places. Like, I don't know if either of you know this series, The Trailer Park Boys. I learned there's white trash in Canada that live in trailer parks. And I was so happy. And every time they try to sound angry and hard because they're Canadian, they'll go aid. It sounds really cute. So they can't be angry at all. But I'm curious. Okay. Like, so, cause people I've heard this before. So like white trash, does it have an accent? Because here, white trash is a mix of like people who are like hillbilly and kind of ghetto. It's a mix of all that, but it's just very loud and confused. It's like watching a Mark Wahlberg movie, kind of. Like
We
just
don't
everything's
use the
loud.
term white trash, really. I mean, we just don't really say it here because we don't really refer to people by the color of their skin. Or
Oh no, sorry. Well, that makes sense.
I guess when we say white trash, like we don't have like trailer parks here either. By the way,
That's
like,
what I was going to ask.
That's not a thing. Yeah,
No.
You don't have like trailer park homes. That doesn't, because it does exist in Canada.
not really. No.
Well, we have
gypsies.
There's the odd one, isn't there? But
yeah,
like
and they're usually
primarily
like holiday homes.
yeah.
Wait, hold on. It just registered. Did you say you have gypsies?
Yeah, we have gypsies.
What the fuck is that?
Or
What is
travelers.
that?
Okay, so they're usually like communities of people that travel from place to place in a country in like small caravans. So they don't like have a stationary brick house. They don't usually like pay council tax or like work in permanent employment. So there'll be a community of people. They're usually like really close or friends, and they just move around from area to area. They'll set up in fields in like a big caravan community, like the kids, the adults. They have little dogs running around, and they usually get kicked off by police because they're not really allowed to stay in most of the places that they do. And yeah, they're usually called like gypsies or travelers. Like
yeah, half the time they're kind of forced on, really, aren't they? Sort of by the police or the councils or whatever. And
yeah, I mean, they can have like a bad reputation, like in some places. It just depends because usually because they're forced away so quickly, like there's a lot of like rubbish and stuff like that. That's like trash, by the way, rubbish. Like that's like trash.
That one I knew, Dractonus. I knew that one. Okay, so are they like, where are they from? Are they just, is it just like everywhere or like where?
There's like different types of gypsies. So there's like, are they like called like Romani gypsies or like Romanian gypsies? That's why people call V a gypsy, because he's from like Romania. Like, you know, the YouTuber V?
Oh.
Call him a gypsy. A lot of them are from Ireland. So
Ireland?
So a lot of them have like an Irish accent.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Have you never heard of like a gypsy?
No, I've heard of a gypsy. I just didn't like, I thought it was like something in a Disney movie. I didn't really understand like what it is, I guess. I didn't know it was like a thing. And by the way, do you guys understand Scottish people? Because I don't. And
I had a Scottish boyfriend for 4 years. So
you do. So you can interpret, you can translate it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can't.
I think you get used to that, I think.
When I remember we did when I lived in France, we did an interview with a DJ who was Scottish, and we had to use subtitles, and we had to call him and ask him what he was saying. And I felt bad because everybody was relying on me for the English. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I have no clue. This is not my world. Okay, so Rob, here's another question. So because I've heard people talk about this. What is Cockney? What is that? Because I've heard people do a Cockney accent. What is that?
Yeah, so Cockney is London. So the big city and, you know, obviously the capital, London. So Cockney is that. So I'm not going to try the accent.
It's like overfalls and horses and stuff. Yeah. Because the thing people don't understand about England is they think we all speak in what's known as like a received pronunciation accent. So like the BBC reporters, the accent they speak, it's not actually like a regional accent. It's like a social one. It's one that you're taught in like private schools and things like that. No one really speaks like that naturally. But even though we're such a small country, we can be 20 miles apart and sound completely different. So I live like in a place called Cheshire, like near Liverpool. Rob is from like Leicester, presumably. And, you know, the people in our areas can sound completely different. There's actually a really cool video on YouTube where a guy does like accents from all over England, and they're completely different. He does like 20 different accents. So a lot of people know Cockney and Scouse, and Scousers are like from Liverpool. I don't know if you've heard that.
I'm not that I can think of. I just know I hear people talk about a Cockney accent. So that's just people that are from London then, right? That's what that is. Or part of London?
Speedy Bird's asked a few times now, please ask Rob this. We need to clarify that it wasn't BetterHelp based in Albania. Does he know if it was a talent agency that employed him through Fiverr?
Yeah, so I've just seen that question come through as well. So yeah, Speedy Bird, I really don't know, I'll be honest. All I see sort of my end, and I think have you guys shared the review your videos yet, or?
Yes, I included it alongside your statement. So when you mention
Okay.
it in your statement, the review comes up on screen.
Okay, yeah. So sort of, I've cropped it off, obviously, because I don't want to sort of drag people into this unwillingly, I guess. But just above that review, if you can ever take a look at it, there is a username, and it is just a generic username. I'll be honest, that's all I've seen my side. So I can't confirm whether it is a talent agency or not.
Yeah, it's not that we're saying like 100% that it was BetterHelp that hired him. We're just saying it looks shady. Like,
yeah,
if it was just this, it would be fine. It's just that there was all the other stuff that came out, and then once Andy Worski made that stream where he started looking into all these videos, and half of the people's eyes were going like this.
yes,
It just looked a bit dodgy.
Right on. Yeah. So we don't know exactly, like, we don't know the situation. We just know it looks weird. We're just kind of making comments on it. But no, Rob does not work for BetterHelp. He has no affiliation with BetterHelp other than somebody asked him to do a review on their behalf. We don't know if that's BetterHelp or not. But see, now I just want to know all about accents. Damn it, both of you. So you can live 20 miles from a place and the accent's very different.
Yeah. So like Liverpool,
so what's
and
weird?
Manchester.
So I'm. Yeah, so it's like, oh, sorry, Tony. Yeah, so like even like Leicester, I'm from Leicester, and I don't have a Leicester accent. Leicester's very, it's like Leicester. That's like how people say Leicester normally. It's like,
you're probably doing what I'm doing. Like when you're around other people from other countries, you kind of put on a nicer accent. But when you're with your family and you get angry, like I start talking Scouse.
Oh no, honestly, people always think I'm from London or from further down south because I've got quite a neutral accent, I guess. But yeah, like you said, Tony, sort of like from where I am, as soon as you start head up to like Manchester, Liverpool, the accents just change dramatically, don't they?
Yes. See, it's crazy because like and like I said, when I lived in France and my husband at the time came over to the United States, he was blown away because he didn't understand. Like I was laughing because I'm like, you can drive from one end of France to the other in a day. He's like, yeah. I'm like, you can't do that in the States. Like that could be like one whole fucking state. That could be Texas, right? So it's so big and it's so spread out. So we have like lots of different like cultural things and what would you call that? Like accents and different stuff. But it's so, I mean, we're talking like 3-day drives. Like it's so huge. I don't know if y'all have been over here, but it's just massive. So it's funny because like when I think about England, which by the way, I don't know if you guys know, England is a city, right? Right, Dr. Thomas, you know, it's a litty city. And oh God, Rob, you have no idea what we're talking about. I
don't know.
There's these big YouTubers.
That really annoyed like
oh God
British people. That song.
Did it really did it really piss y'all off?
Yeah, because we already are dubious about like you said, like the way that you guys perceive us. Sometimes we can be quite snobbish and think the opposite of American people. So when we see stuff like that,
we're so
it's like, did I not teach these people like geography?
No, not really. You would be surprised at like the small amount of world history we learn, and I'm not kidding. Rob, there's these really big YouTubers and they made a rap song, and the YouTuber had a friend or like a business manager that's from England, and they wanted to, or like I think he's from London, and they wanted to cameo him. And Dractonus, if I'm not saying some of this right, jump in because I don't know all the history of the Paul brothers. But like they did this rap song. This guy from England was like, "England is my city is very litty," and people were like, "What in the hell is this?" So people were referring to England as a city, and it made me happy.
I like how people in the chat are now having a debate about whether you should be on like EastEnders or Coronation Street, Rob. Like which one you're from.
I don't think I'm either, am I? I don't know.
I was like, oh, would you be like, what are the other ones? It's like Hollyoaks is actually filmed like near me. Like that's like
I was gonna say that's isn't it? I think Hollyoaks.
Yeah, so Hollyoaks is near me, and then there's like Emmerdale. Like there's so many like terrible soaps in England.
Yeah.
So Rob, a question: have you ever? And by the way, I realized, Draconis, every time I'm asking English culture, I refer to Rob, and now I feel like an asshole. I'm sorry, I didn't even realize I was doing that because you don't live there, Draconis. You have no idea. But, so I guess to both of you, I don't know if this would account for you, Draconis, but like, so Rob, have you ever done any, I know you're a paid spokesperson, you acting on Fiverr. Have you done any other additional acting? Like I did see the YouTube videos and I did see you in a dress.
Yeah, you said you did some weird videos and you might mention them later, so.
Yeah, the shoes, Rob.
That was low effort, Rob. That was like a low energy advertisement.
That's right.
You didn't even try.
What do you want to hear about? Do you want to hear about my kind of amateur dramatics, or do you want to hear about the weird Fiverr things I've had to do?
I want all of it. Yeah, it's Rob hour. I want all of it. Go.
So yes, let's start on the Fiverr, I guess. So I've had one guy. He bought a lot of videos from me where I had to hurt my toes and jump around shouting, and he was very specific. He was very specific in saying, "Ouch, my toe, my poor toe," and hopping around. I had to wear shorts as well. No socks or shoes on. My neighbours must think I'm a right weirdo. Like, they must think I'm really odd. It's ridiculous. But then, like, you
personify your toe. Why did you have to call it like a poor toe? Who does that?
Oh, so I had to do all sorts. So I had to like walk into things. I had to drop things on them. I had to like pretend to be doing DIY with a hammer, and then because I'm kneeling on the floor, like hit my toe and all this kind of weird stuff.
Was this an advertisement for like boots, like steel toe cap boots or something?
No, I think he was just enjoying the videos in different ways than what many other people were doing.
It wasn't Repsion, was it?
Quit it, girl. There's a creepy YouTuber that doesn't like me. He's got 500,000 subs, and he's like, he literally, part of what he does for his work is he'll sit in his underwear for a week and then sell it to people and shit, and like, and he has a feet thing.
Oh, dear.
I think that's your client. We found your client.
I'll drop him a message later, you know. But yeah, so he was weird, and then yeah, he was very odd. I've had to sort of get a door and bang on a door, pretend that I'm angry at a person inside of the door as well. Like, honestly,
poor neighbors.
I was gonna like, I have to do it like when the neighbors go out in the day, because I primarily work from home, so I'll be like, right, all the neighbors are gone, I can do some weird videos now.
That sounds so wrong.
I know. Just so yeah.
The police coming over for like domestic like disruptions.
I was going to say the one where I was banging on the door saying to someone get out. Like, I was surprised the police didn't turn up. Like, I think there was some kind of domestic disturbance going on or something.
Like, what's going on here, mate?
I know. So, yeah, not all the videos aren't as like straightforward as you may think they are, really. But then as you pointed out earlier, and thank you for sharing the videos. There are videos of me on YouTube in a dress. Reenacting a Take That video. I think
Joy didn't know which she wasn't quite sure which band it was. I guessed it was Take That, but I couldn't hear because she had to.
Yeah, you've never heard of Take That, no?
No, even when I heard the song, I was like, I'm sure it's some British boy band that I just don't know. I don't know who this is.
Do you know Robbie Williams?
Yeah, he's the one that thinks he's an alien, right? Or doesn't he? Or he's real weird, isn't he? Like he's isn't he? I mean, I'm not saying that to be mean. Like, I like aliens too. He's just really weird. Anyways, go ahead.
He's an alien.
In the sun, right? Go ahead. I'll shut up. Go ahead.
Robbie Williams used to be in Take That. That's like where his career began. He was in the boy band with them.
Okay. Yeah, I remember he wasn't a boy band first, and then he branched up. I thought he was a big old I've probably seen him in like the alien blogs and shit I look at, like talking about UFOs. That's where I recognize it.
Are you thinking of like Tom Cruise?
No, that's e-meters and shit. That's Xenu. Yeah, that's different.
Like, that's Scientology.
That's Dractonus. That's a made-up alien. Seriously, I'm disappointed in you for not knowing that. So, Rob, I'm curious. The video in the dress, it was awesome because it was like, aside from the dress and the wig, you didn't even try. And I was like laughing. I was like, oh, so what was that about? What were you doing with that? What were you filming?
Oh, so that's how old it was. So that do you know what? Right. So that was back in college. So that would have been 12 years ago now.
It looked like you were in school.
Yeah.
So it was about 12 years ago. It
looked like you were on the school field, actually.
And why were you talking to David Hasselhoff? I have so many questions.
I had a weird massive thing. A thing for David Hasselhoff, not perhaps in that way, but obviously he was an idol of mine. He was very cool in a cheesy way. So that it was the in-school joke that me and David Hasselhoff were best mates, so I wanted to be like David Hasselhoff. So in this video, what we're doing? We're trying to talk about this new technology called 3G, which now is like really old, right? So this is how old it was. And the videos talking about how you can, you know, stream music and video chat. And even back then, probably like 5% of us had smartphones. You know, we were still on like the Nokia bricks and all that kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And to be honest with you, it wasn't even my project. I had nothing to do with the video. I wasn't even in their class. And my friends were like, oh, we need to do this video. And I was like, oh, I'll wear a dress. And they were like, oh, okay.
You just immediately volunteered. Nobody even asked. I'm like, I'm doing this in a dress. This is happening.
Could you not have like hired a woman to be in it, or did you want it to be like comedic?
I think I wanted to wear the dress. I'll be honest.
Oh right. Okay. That's cool.
So picture the scene. We've obviously taken out all the kit, and I had to go to our textiles class, and knock on the door and say, "Oh, miss, whatever. I need to borrow a dress. Have you got?" There I am trying on dresses in some random class and making a video that I had nothing to do with.
Nice.
And now it's been seen by hundreds of people.
That's amazing. And then later you branched off into hitting your feet for money. That's good.
Yeah.
The acting career is going really well.
And I'm curious, Rob, so what else have you what have you done in acting? Or like, I don't know if you, like what type of entertainment? I was a professional singer for a long time, and I've done some entertainment stuff. Like, have you done anything else in a professional level? Is it just more so like the market? Because most people, like I've noticed a lot of people in marketing and sales are performers in one way or another, like even unintentionally. So what else have you done?
Massively. I mean, you know, I've sung in bands, I play guitar, you know, done really amateur stage shows. I think, like you say, I think when you're this way inclined for the sales and marketing, you are naturally a performer, whether a good or a bad one, I don't know, but you like to perform, and that's what it's always been about. I think really deep down is I like to entertain people.
Yeah. And,
you know, I think that comes out in both my business, the sales and marketing, the writing I do, and the singing and dress videos and all that jazz, really.
You know, have you thought about building a YouTube channel? Because you could literally talk about like Fiverr stories anonymously and stuff. It would be a hoot. I want to plug your channel, Rob.
I feel like you're really like underselling yourself. As long as like a lot of people on Fiverr that are doing that kind of work, usually those kind of jobs can cost a lot of money, like $5 for like those reviews as advertisements. It doesn't seem like much money.
You've got to hike up your prices, Rob. You know what? Here's the thing. You might own a marketing and sales company, but we will manage you, me and Draconis. We will manage your Fiverr.
I'm up for that.
I think it's quite lucky that
I'm always up for support from people who know what they're doing.
It's good that you're actually in marketing, because if you weren't in that field, maybe, and you came into a situation like this, you might find it a bit harder to deal with. But because you know how social media works to some extent, I suppose, maybe not so much like the ins and outs of YouTube and our memes, but you know how marketing works, you know how to like promote yourself. So you can take the bad situation that you've been given and turn it into something good with like that knowledge. So you're quite fortunate in that aspect.
Well, as they say, you know, there's no such thing as bad publicity, is there? So let's get it done. Let's start a whole Julian Says channel. Let's get the website done, t-shirts done.
I can't believe you didn't take it yet. Somebody's registered the .com domain. It's the first thing I checked. I was like, I know the internet. Someone in Andy's chat, if you have not registered it, will have gone and done it already. We
need a Julian Says YouTube channel too. We'll have to see if that's taken. Oh my God, Rob, you were fun. I forgot that I was even doing an interview. I don't care. This is fun. I'm having fun with y'all.
Yeah, people in the chat love you. Like they either love you, or they want to pay you for certain things, or they just find you entertaining and they would like to see more from you. So.
I'm seeing a lot of take my money, Rob. I'm seeing a lot of those in the chat.
I mean, I
saw take my virginity, Rob, earlier.
Oh. I don't think I'm allowed to do that on Fiverr. I'll be honest. I don't think that's the thing. I don't think.
You can hurt your toes though. He'll hurt your toes for you.
Exactly. I saw someone comment, maybe you should wear a dress, play guitar, and bang your toes with a drum or something.
Yeah. See, when you mentioned that to me, that seemed like a practical advertisement for like steel toe caps. Like that's what I thought it was, and then you said no. That's just what.
It's a private client.
Yeah.
No, it was
some guy with a like BDSM toe fetish. I don't know why he.
I think he used to ask like really specific questions after the video had been done. You know, sort of like, oh, Rob, when you hurt your toes, do you really do that? Does it really hurt, Rob? And all this. And obviously, like, the salesman in me is like thinking, well, he's a client, so I need to be polite to him. So yeah, that's how I do it. Every time I hurt my toe, I jump up and down and scream my poor toe.
Oh my
In the
god!
back of your head, you're thinking, I was pimping my toes out. I'll be honest. There's nothing.
You were selling your feet. You didn't even realize it. You were like so naive about this job.
Maybe
and this guy is like, tell me how much your toe hurts from.
Maybe I'm too innocent for this lark. I don't know.
I just don't understand. It's one thing to like, you know, you get off on dirty feet or something, which to me, like my thing is like, that could make you sick. Like since I'm chronically ill, that's where my mind goes. I'm like, God, what if you were sucking on a toe and you caught something from that just fucked your life up? But then they go a step further and they don't really want to get sick from your feet. They want you to hurt your own feet. Where's the boner in that? I don't understand. I don't understand where Jonas, you and I have to talk later. You got to explain life to me. You have to explain some things to me. I don't get how this all works.
You were talking about sort of like all attention is good attention and like performing and maybe like the sort of shock factor in performance. So I wanted to ask, when you were on Andy's stream earlier, you were introduced to the 1488 thing, and I don't know if you know about this, Joy, but
no, what is? I've heard this. What is that?
I'm not going to explain it.
Oh, fuck you.
You Googled it, Rob. Did you look into it further?
No, they were commenting about this, this 14, whatever it is, thing.
1488.
Yeah, and I was like, what is it? The tone in their voices and the way they were saying it kind of made me think, okay, this is something that they want me to talk about, but I perhaps shouldn't talk about it. So yeah, quickly Googled it. I loved
how you were like, I think I know about it, but tell me. And I was like, I don't think it's what you think it is.
A dental company came up.
Oh no, it's not a dental company, and it's not something
definitely not
you
a dental
should read
company.
out loud unless you want your stream taken down.
It says it refers to two works written by David Lane while he served an extremely long prison sentence with Robert Matthews. 1488. Yes. I don't understand.
Yeah, so that's what I read earlier, but then if you scroll down a little bit more, there's perhaps a little bit more detail that probably sort of makes everything make a bit more sense.
Learn English with Matt, it says.
Stop
Okay.
showing it because it's going to show something you don't want it to show.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought it was like, when I've heard this before, and I thought it was like, and Rob, I don't know if you know anything about Alex Jones. Like that is my future husband in my mind because he's so fucking silly. You'd always be entertained. And you know how he starts screaming, 1776 will commence again if you take our firearms. I thought it was a play off of that.
Yeah, that was that interview with Piers Morgan. Did you see that interview, Rob?
Yes.
Do you know who Alex Jones is?
No.
Oh my god, that interview is so good.
Oh my god, Rob. Okay.
Should I Google him now? What's his name?
A lot of homework to do, honey. He is like the internet's biggest conspiracy theorist. And he did an interview with Piers Morgan, and he started making fun of Piers Morgan's accent and like going crazy and screaming.
Can
like,
you play that bit on the stream, Joy?
Can I? If we can tech it?
I don't. Will it get like copyrighted if you play
it? I don't fucking care if it does. Okay, hold on. Let me find it.
You know Piers Morgan? Is that his name? Piers Morgan?
Yeah, I know.
He's from like Britain's Got Talent and stuff. He interviews this Alex Jones guy about gun control in America, and they're comparing like the statistics between like United Kingdom and America in gun deaths, and this Alex Jones, who I have to admit, like I do believe some of his stuff, and I do watch his show sometimes before it was nerfed from the website, but he just goes like off the hook. Like he starts yelling at him, and he like starts mocking his accent, and it's just the best thing ever. Like, it would be cool if Joy could get it up.
Yeah, hold on.
I can't believe you haven't seen like any of this internet stuff.
No, that's the thing. Like I thought I knew quite a lot of it about the internet, and then there's like this PewDiePie guy who I'd never heard of. All these YouTubers I'd never heard of. It's a whole new world.
All right, here we go. I found a clip. This might give you some context.
Okay, so we'll have to put the volume on your stream, won't we? Because
I took my headphones off so y'all can hear it.
Yeah, so turn it up.
While the government buys 1.6 billion bullets, armored vehicles, tanks, helicopters, Predator drones, armed, now in U.S. skies, being used to arrest people in North Dakota, the Second Amendment isn't there for duck hunting. It's there to protect us from tyrannical government and street thugs. Take the women in India. Your piece earlier on CNN I was watching during Anderson Cooper's show didn't tell you that the women of India have signed giant petitions to get firearms because the police can't and won't protect them. The answer is, hey, wait a minute, I have FBI crime statistics that come out a year late, 2011. 20+% crime drop in the last 9 years. Real violent crime, because more guns means less crime. Britain took the guns 15, 16 years ago, tripling of your overall violent crime. True, we have a higher gun violence level, but overall mugging, stabbings, deaths, those men raped that woman in India to death with an iron rod 4 feet long. You can't ban the iron rods. The guns, the iron rods, Pierce, didn't do it. The tyrants did it. Hitler took the guns. Stalin took the guns. Mao took the guns. Fidel Castro took the guns. Hugo Chavez took the guns. And I'm here to tell you, 1776 will commence again if you try to take our firearms. Doesn't matter how many lemmings you get out there on the street begging for them to have their guns taken. We will not relinquish them. Do you understand? That's why you're going to fail, and the establishment knows no matter how much propaganda, the Republic will rise again when you attempt to take our guns.
There you go. It gets better. He goes into like making fun of him and doing a crazy British accent, talking about like, what was it? He's like, how many sharks swim on the head of a pin or something? I don't know. I love him. But yeah, Rob, you have a lot of homework to do.
I'm not sleeping tonight. I'm just catching up on YouTube. That's all I'm doing.
Oh God, I just keep laughing because it's like, you poor thing. You have no idea what all craziness is out there. Oh, he's also talked about like, yeah, he gets mad and he screams and rants, and he'll scream that like our government's poisoning our water and turning the frogs gay. Turn the freaking frogs gay. Just goes on and on about it. And that was a really good impression. Oh, thank you. Well, and the crazy part is it's similar to what Dracona said. A lot of it's not necessarily untrue. Like a lot of what he says, I mean, some of it's fucking crazy, but some of it's like, yeah, they are putting all kinds of crazy hormones and chemicals and heavy metals and shit in the food and water. So it's interesting because you get a bit of truth with a whole lot of crazy theater. I love him.
The fact that his like delivery is so aggressive and like crazy sort of like invalidates what he's trying to say a lot of the time, and it makes him a really easy target for maybe the mainstream media to play it down. But they recently did remove him from YouTube, Twitter, like Facebook. They just all in 24 hours they got rid of him on everything, which to me sends quite a strong message that they didn't want people to hear what he had to say.
It does, doesn't it? Yes. It almost made it like, it almost legitimized some of the crazy shit he says, and I'm like, well, why are you removing him then? I don't know. I go back and forth. I do love him. I feel like every time I get in a conversation with somebody, it goes back to conspiracies. Every time. Just in my life. That's it. So, Rob, I'm sorry. I feel like we've taken a fuck ton of your time. I didn't mean to take so much of your time. Anything else?
I've loved it.
Oh, good. Anything else you want to say? Dractonus, like anything you want to say? Anything? Chat, do y'all have any more questions or anything? Like anything y'all want to go over? I'm down for. I just realized I'm like, you have been chilling with me for 2 hours, so I apologize. I know you got to get on with your life.
honestly, it's been really fun. I mean, yeah, if anyone's got any further questions for me, obviously I'm trying to keep an eye on the comments, so ask away, I guess.
Okay. And also,
you put his link in the comments as well, because I couldn't do it. His Fiverr link.
Yeah, I will, and I'll put it in the description too at the very end. It's Rob Spence on Fiverr, so if you guys want to, if you want to look him up, it's Rob Spence. And same thing, and Rob, seriously, and I'm going to give you always, you have an open invitation to any of my channels. My other channels is much bigger. It's got like 15,000 subscribers. I'm not able to stream on it right now, but in the future, if you need any help, or if you want to start a YouTube channel, like I will plug everything. I won't even charge you for it. I won't even have you hurt your feet. I will just do it because I want to. Because we want
what if I want to hurt my feet?
Would you use the same YouTube channel that you already have? Because I know people are asking if you have YouTube as well, and you do have the channel with the dress.
Yeah. Well, let's ignore the channel with the dress for now, I guess. Well, if it's okay, I'll comment with my kind of business YouTube. I do sort of a weekly vlog on there. If people want to watch it, then that'd be awesome.
Okay.
Let me just comment now while I'm thinking about it.
And then if you want, just you can DM me the info afterward too, and I'll put it up places because I'll put this on the other channel and see if we can get you some traction and some money.
I appreciate that.
People would love to have a YouTube channel from you, and you could talk about your Fiverr stories or fun client story or whatever the fuck you want.
I think that would be really good. Like if you did like weekly stories about. I mean, I don't know how much detail you can go into with like confidentiality, but I imagine if you didn't reveal like the names of the businesses or the companies, like you wouldn't be breaking any laws, I guess.
Right. As long as nothing's identifiable.
Yeah. It's just a story, isn't it? Yeah. Maybe we need to set that up maybe.
Imagine if that foot guy was watching right now.
Oh my no.
If
I could not have been as polite as you. Like if he kept messaging me like after asking me how much it hurt, like does he want to know like on a scale of like 1 to 10 how much it hurt at the time? Like I'm like, why do you want to know this information? Like how does this pertain to like your company? Why do you want this advertisement from me?
Well, and then the other thing too.
Maybe I am like saying people like.
Well, like the other thing too is like he's wanting to know is like, is this how you really react when you stub your toe? It's not like you walk around hurting your feet all the time to like measure the experience. Who does that?
I don't know.
That's weird. All right, y'all, we're gonna do a last call for any questions. I'm seeing a lot of subscribed, which is good. So last call for any questions or anything with Rob. You can ask Julian anything for the moment. What's the channel? The channel is Paragon Sales Solutions. I'll put it in the chat.
Oh, thank you very much. So yeah, so on there I do a weekly vlog about sales, business marketing, just basically me waffling, really. But they're always good fun. They're nice and short and sweet. And maybe I need to do one in a dress. My last one, I wore a blindfold. That was different.
Okay.
I think you should have that channel for like your professional marketing, and I think you should have another channel for your internet memes.
Yeah.
So where you're doing your stuff at Andy's channel, you could put that on there. That's promoting him and you. And if you get in touch with like other YouTubers, like you spoke to Ralph earlier on that call, like he runs the Kill Stream, which is like one of the biggest live streams on YouTube at the moment. It's on like every weekday, like Monday to Friday. It's like a late night show. Like if you did some work for them, you could put that on there. And they're very much like in the crowd of like internet memes and that kind of stuff that may not be appropriate in like mainstream work. So that's why you could like separate them onto 2 different channels.
Massively. Yeah, no, well,
about
the other
whole,
channel's
like
still
current
there.
AIDS thing, like it's not necessarily like PC.
Massively. Maybe we need to relaunch my old sort of YouTube channel and make it a bit more fun, maybe. Who knows?
You could do them in a dress as well.
Yes, the same dress or similar dress. Probably wouldn't be the
I mean,
same.
I've still got the same wig. So
Nice.
we could whip the wig out.
Somebody asked Rob, how much do you get paid? Oh, how much were you paid for the foot video?
For the no, so for the feet video, I think we arranged a fee, okay, of $15 a video. So
And your dignity.
yes, and my innocence. So very affordable foot videos.
Were there any other weird ones, or was that like the creepiest?
I think that was I think that one was the creepiest. I had to do one in a bed topless before. I had to do that.
What was
sort
it
of
for?
pretending to.
Was that the penis and like enhancement?
No, I was fully dressed for the penis one. You'll be pleased to hear.
Because I get advertisements for that all the time, and it's like, oh, I don't need this product. Why am I getting these advertisements?
You watch next week, you'll see my face.
Yeah, but I'm kind of expecting that.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I think that was like the weirdest one, really. I think. But then again, I'll sleep tonight, and if I think of anything, I'll drop you a message.
So Rob, I am curious though. When did it occur to you that the foot thing was like it was more than a foot thing? Like when did that hit you?
I think straight away, to be honest, because I saw the script and I thought, well, I don't understand why he'd want to see this, and I thought maybe he just is a fan of comedy. he thinks that I can do a really good comedy, you know, sketch, and he just wants to pay this money to watch me. But then it was like when the repeat orders started coming through, and then he was asking me sort of, so Rob, like,
yeah, it's supposed to be acted.
did it
like,
really hurt your toe?
I thought you had to act like you hurt your toe. I didn't know he actually like genuinely wanted you to hurt your toe, because then you're not being an actor, then you're just like self-harming.
Well, no. So here's the weird thing. He was always really adamant, you know, like, Rob, don't hurt your toes. I don't want you to hurt yourself. But obviously when you're doing it, you do kind of clip yourself sometimes. Like sometimes you do, you know, clip your foot with a hammer or whatever.
He was sending you mixed messages though, because he was saying, I don't want you to hurt yourself. But then he was asking you how much you hurt yourself in like the feedback afterwards. Yeah,
massive. And then, you know, it'd say things like, so when you do hurt your toe, do you dance around like you do in the videos? And like wanting me to really describe it. It was very, very, very bizarre. Like I said, of all the videos that could have come out about me, the one that has come out is perhaps the least damaging, I'd say.
Somebody asks, Rob, it mentions on Fiverr that you are bilingual. What other languages do you speak?
Oh, does it? Okay, interesting. I'm not really. Bonjour, ça va? Je m'appelle Rob.
There you go.
Je ne comprends le français. No, that's French, right?
Oui.
Yeah, tiny bit of French to get me by. Tiniest little
we're
bit.
forced to do it in like English high schools. They make us do French for like 5 years.
Okay,
I had to do German as well as French and Chinese.
Oh, really?
My school was like mean. They made us do 3.
It was mean. I know a little bit of French because I took it in high school and then I went and lived over there. But they can't understand me. Like when I do, I sound like a cowboy. I tried to translate "Not today, Satan," and they just didn't get it. And I was like, I'm done. I tried. Yeah, my French is horrible. I know un petit peu. I know a little bit.
Somebody asked me what I do for a job. I do all kinds of things, but the main thing I do is I transcribe like audio files or like video files. So I do captioning for companies or movies and things like that. So I mostly work from home.
Well,
also like I do a lot of projects.
Me, so.
Like, you know, so you know how you have like Alexa in your home or you have like Siri on your iPhone and you ask them questions? I'm one of the people that gets to listen to you asking those questions.
No, you're the CIA.
No, it's not. No, that's when like it's only when it's activated and you're asking the question. I don't transcribe like, you know, the things you're saying when it's not active. And they say it's to improve like the voice like technology, like the recognition technology and the accuracy. So if you get a real human to transcribe what they're actually saying, the AI like learns how to like interpret it better.
Okay, but are they evil? Like, are they conscious? I have so many questions.
Alex, have you seen Alex Jones's video where he argues with Alexa?
I did. I
at one point, yeah. The CIA.
It was funny, yeah. I remember.
Alexa, do you work for the CIA? No, but honestly, like the things I've had to transcribe that people have said to Siri, like begging for blowjobs to Siri and things like that, and I have to sit there and type this stuff out. Like I have to say it exactly as they have. Like, it's like, do people not realize that all of this is recorded? So just so people know, when you ask where to bury people and like how to get laid, or if you can have like sexual favors from your phone, there's someone somewhere having to listen to that and transcribe it.
Are you telling?
Stop doing that then.
See, I've never done the Ask Siri. So that's the other thing is that I get mad because it never knows what I'm saying and I just give up. Like I also hate those like when you call places and it has the automated recordings and you have to answer and it never knows what you're saying. But like, okay, so you're saying that somebody's listening every time.
They're not listening actively, no. It's like it's recorded and then in the future, maybe not all of them, but I just get sent like batches of files at a time and I go through the clips and I have to transcribe them with certain like tags and stuff to identify like the gender of the speaker, which God, you can't even do that nowadays without being like asked. And like where they're from, like natively. So like you mentioned, you can't really understand people from Scotland. Well, without the help of Scottish people working on those files, Alexa wouldn't be able to pick up on like Scottish dialects and things like that. So the aim is for them to eventually like improve it. So when you ask it something, it knows what you're saying no matter where you're from. But I'm sure there's an element of them like listening to you at the same time.
Wow, sure. So you are what Alex Jones worried us about. You are 1488 and 1776. That is you.
1488 isn't like a year that's going to commence again. It's like a whole thing.
It's a what thing?
I'll tell you about it after the stream.
Okay, I'm still looking. It says quantity expressed in decimal system on Quora.com. Migrant children. Yeah, I got nothing. Oh!
That's because Google's trying to censor it.
Wait, the deeply racist reference in Dylan Roof's apparent manifesto decoded, is that it?
I think you're getting warmer.
Okay. Well, fuck it, I don't know. All right, well, shit, Rob, I've wasted enough of your fucking day. I sure have. Well, it's night for you guys. It's I assume. Yes, it is. I mapped hours just now in my head.
You've not wasted any of my time. I've really enjoyed it. So thank you very much. Good.
And Rob, if you ever find yourself needing to come to Oklahoma, fucking don't, unless it's family or money related. Don't fucking come here. But me and roommate, we call him roommate. It's my boyfriend. It's kind of long story. We'd be happy to take you out, show you around. Same with you, Draconis. You can come hang out with us. And if I ever come to London, I'm showing up with a Cockney accent and I'm going to drop a hammer on my foot at your door because that would be appropriate. And yeah, so anything else y'all want to talk about or say, or I don't know.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and thank you for being here because you did a lot of the talking, and I think you kind of know following me. My throat's been really sore, so I appreciate it. I was like, oh yes, she's talking good.
Oh, someone asked for his Twitter as well.
Oh yeah, I do.
I think all that stuff will be linked in the.
Yeah, we'll link it too.
Yeah, link. Do you want me to do that, or are you guys going to do that?
We can take care of that, or if you want, if there's anything else you want to send, just DM it to me, and I'll put it up everywhere.
Oh, mate, that's amazing. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Anytime. And shit, any last words, anybody?
Thanks for being cool and not suing me.
Yeah.
Not sending me a cease and desist through my letterbox.
No. Do you know what? This might sound weird, but sometimes, people connect for various reasons. And I think, hopefully, like I said, maybe in the future we can all get together, do another video or kind of meet up in person, hang out and whatnot. So no, honestly, to you guys, thank you so much for having me. It's been awesome. And to all the viewers as well, thank you for listening to me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for all the questions. Just thank you for being awesome, really.
Yes. And if you guys want to hire him, remember he's on Fiverr. Rob Spence on Fiverr will have links everywhere, and be prepared because he is going to be doing an intro for my channel, and it's the crazier the better. So I don't even care what it is. Just lots of Julian says. We'll put lots of foot shit in there. I don't care. I really don't. But Rob, it was good to have you. If you want to hang out for a second, Rob, once the broadcast is over, if you want, you can. If not, no big deal. I'll end the broadcast.
Yeah, I'll hang around. Yeah.
Perfect. And same with you, Draconis. You and we have tea to talk. We have tea to spill. But
yeah, we do.
Thank you guys, and thank you for helping me restart this second channel again. I kind of forgot it existed, so I appreciate y'all. And if anybody misses this, it will be on the main channel. If not today, then tomorrow. So. All right, y'all. Everybody, try to find the joy and the sparkles and all the bullshit in the world. That's what my name is, Rob. My name is JoySparkleBs because I like joyful things and I like sparkles and I like to laugh. That's
exactly what Rob's had to do this week.
Isn't it? You have to just find the silly shit and just make it work. Just laugh at it because life is stupid. 1488s and 1776s everywhere, and me and Rob don't even know what that is. So. All right, guys. Lots of love. We'll see y'all soon. Take care. And
thank you, guys. Thank you.
Oh, and Draconis, you have a channel. Did you know you exist on YouTube? Because apparently I fucking forgot.
I do, and Rob was asking like how long I've been a YouTuber, but I mean I'm not really a YouTuber. I just play games and upload them. It's just I uploaded that video the other day because no one else had done it, and it was annoying me.
Okay. And I'll tell you, honey, I will do an intro and plug you guys too in the beginning. So, because I don't forget about you, just so you know. We'll talk about it later.
You've been very, very kind.
You know what? And I fucking better be. Or so help me God. I guess. I tried to sound threatening to myself. It didn't work. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go. All right. Love y'all. Take care. And we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.